a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark. In the Indiana Fever, America's team puts on another disappointing performance today. What is going on with America's team? Is there something going on we don't know about? Is there something going on in the locker room? Indiana Fever loses against the Las Vegas Aces and Asia Civil Rights Wilson today. Many people are upset. We're going to talk about it. The All-Star votes have came back. So far, and there's a little controversy going on around the WNBA All-Star votes. Many of the slows seem not to understand how All-Star voting works, so we're going to talk about that. Christine Brennan is a menace. I can't wait for this book to come out because I'm going to order 2. We have the slow of the week this episode. We're going to talk about it and much more right after the intro.
Stretches that are really good, and there's going to be stretches that aren't as good, and obviously it's frustrating. You want them to go in, and even tonight I felt like there was a few that felt really good off my hand, and it just didn't go down. And even the mid-range jump shot to start the fourth quarter and the 3 to start the fourth quarter, they both felt good off my hand. So it's just it's just frustrating. And I think for the challenge for myself going forward is just continue to pour into every other aspect of the game, and I can continue to have an impact in, all those other areas. I thought I got to the rim well. It's just, certainly a tough shooting night, and, I got to find a way to continue to shoot and remain confident in myself because I know I put the time in. But for me, I don't feel like it's, anything that's off necessarily. But, it'd be nice to play it down.
Didn't play today. Was that just trying to get Bree Turner assimilated before DD leaves for America?
No, it was more of a matchup thing. It was more of a matchup. I like Bree Turner's length and defensive ability on Asia, or when we had to get into some switches. And it's always kind of a tough decision sometimes with the offense that DD can give us with this matchup. And sometimes it is as simple as just it's matchup driven. Well, I think the biggest thing is what we have to do as a staff to get her better looks, higher quality looks. Every game plan is going to be to make her score inside the three-point line, right? And the different ways that they're going to do that. Physicality, coverage, showing bodies, all the different things. And, we have to do a better job of getting her higher quality looks. I'm not worried about Caitlyn's shot. Caitlyn's shot is going to be just fine. The thing I'm worried about is our 18 turnovers for 28 points.
What's up, boys, girls, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as? Welcome to the W360, your home for all things women's basketball. I'm your host, CJSoFoolish, and welcome to another episode of the W360 on this fine Sunday afternoon. Hello, W360 Nation. Hello, America, and everyone that's watching everywhere else. Welcome to another episode of the W360, okay? Rhonda Stewart, I see you're in the chat. What's up, Monica Middleton? Lisa G is in the chat. Stephanie Wall, I see you're in the chat. Let's see here. 9 Divine 16 is here. Basil Faulty 241 is in the chat. Monet SC is in the building. So is Kelly. Okay. Let's see here. Whose name I didn't say? Charlie is in the chat. Liz E, you're in the chat. And Sade, I'm sure it's on the way. Lauren, I know you're out there as well. What's up, W360 Nation? Okay. If you are new here, welcome to the W360. Oh, I need to take these off. I don't know why I keep forgetting to take these off. It's when I'm prepping, guys. W360, y'all know I can't see. Y'all know I cannot see. So when I'm prepping and dragging videos over and things like that, I of course have to have my glasses on. But I can't stand wearing them during the show because this light is shining in my face and things like that. It's reflecting. It's the glare. I don't like it. And I don't like contacts. They swell up my eyelids. So I don't know what to do to see. So I'm just literally raw dogging this show. Everything right here in front of me, even looking at myself right now, I look a little blurry, looking down at my computer screens. The monitors with me as well, they're blurry. It's fine. We just raw dog it. It's okay. I'll eat more carrots. But if you are new here, welcome to the W360. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, do all the things YouTube like for you to do on our videos so that the video is pushed up in the algorithm, okay? So tell your mama, your daddy, your sister, your auntie, your uncle that no one in the family likes and is waiting on to die. Tell him too to subscribe. We need that subscription as well. We are creeping up on 7,000 subscribers for the W360. Okay, it's small, but I'm so happy about it. I love it. So keep spreading the word about the W360. And if you are a returning W360 Nation member, thank you so much for tuning in each and every episode, okay? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, this game, okay? Let's go ahead and talk about it. It's some conversations that has to be had. It's some conversations that have to be had. Now, do I want to do this now? No, I'm going to do it before the highlights. I'm not going to forget. I'm going to do it before the highlights. We have a W360 Nation member whose birthday is today, and I want to do a shout out, but I want to do it before the highlights, okay? All right. I caught your birthday, girl. I saw your tweet, girl. We're going to sing happy birthday to you, but we have to get some things out the way. We have to get some things out the way. Okay? Now, let's start here. Everyone has been tweeting, messaging me, and DMing me. I done got a couple of emails. What you going to say today? What you going to say today? Fine. I don't run from any smoke. Okay? And as anyone that follows the W360, you know that I try my best to be as fair as possible, right? I try my best to be as fair as possible. So for all of you that's tuning in right now and you think for 1 second that this is about to be a drag session, let's go ahead and start. We're going to start right here. Before we talk about this game, fine. We're going to start right here. Caitlyn Clark, a.k.a. White Jesus, a.k.a. Jesus Clark. I'm never leaving your side, Jesus. I always stand behind you and have your back. So for the haters and everyone that's tuning in and think this is going to be a drag session, it's not. Jesus, you're in a slump. White Jesus is in a slump. She is obviously not playing well. It was a terrible performance against Golden State. It was an awful performance today. Now, let's talk about awful performances for Jesus, right? Since everyone wants to say she's playing so awful, she's not looking good. That's great. But still ended the game 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 10 assists, and 2 steals. That's what a bad Caitlyn Clark game looks like. That's what a bad Caitlyn Clark game looks like. 19 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals. 7 for 20 from the floor, 1 for 10 from 3, 4 for 4 for free throws. 19 points and 10 rebounds is a bad game for White Jesus. So I want everyone to, come into reality here. This is a generation of players. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the turnovers. She had 8 turnovers as well. 8 turnovers. Crucial turnovers in the fourth quarter. I don't know what is going on, Jesus. I'm not exactly sure. But something is off. Something is happening. But what needs to be mentioned with what's going on with White Jesus, she's doing everything good she's doing good on the floor as far as finding Aaliyah Boston, but she has no one else to find. Okay? And the thing is, this team is in danger when White Jesus doesn't put on a New York Liberty performance. If she doesn't put on that type of performance, then this team is in danger. America's team is in danger. America's team is in danger. So she has to have this performance every night. She doesn't have real vets around her. They told, America that now she has these vets and these people that have come to the team. They stink. They stink. Everyone was fooled. So in order for this team to be successful, she has to perform like she performed against New York. Every single game. There's going to be stinkers. This is a season of 44 games. She had 2 bad games in a row. I'm not losing any confidence. And I'm not switching boats or flipping ship or whatever you call it. I'm not leaving White Jesus side. Are you crazy? This is the best player in the league. This is a long season, so I want people to relax. Relax. It's okay. Jesus is going to bounce back. So when it comes to Jesus, I'm not worried about her at all. I'm right there with White Leather. I'm not worried about White Jesus. She'll shoot out of it. She'll be fine. What are we on? Game 10, 12? She'll be fine. We still got 2.5 more months of the season left. She'll be fine. No one's going to be thinking about these 2 back-to-back poor performances. Again, not bad stat-wise. No one's going to be thinking about this time next season. She'll be hitting 40-point games. That's how stars operate, okay? So, for the people that's like, what you going to say about your White Jesus? What you going to say about that? That's what I have to say. We're not leaving her side. Okay, yeah, she played bad this game, and she played bad against Golden State. Now what? Now what? Her 19-point game is what y'all's favorite players, that's a career night for them. So I want every one of you to shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now. Her worst performance is a lot of y'all's favorite players' career nights. 19 points and 10 rebounds. It's a record-breaking night of her career. This is a bad night for her. Shut your pie hole. We're not the same. We're not the same. It's not the same. Now, let's go on to talk about this team. This team. Okay. Where are you? White Leather? Here you are. White Leather, I ride with you as well. I ride with you as well, but I will tell you, White Leather, I get what she's trying to do, right? I get the vision. It was just poorly carried out. I don't know why everyone can see that Bree Turner stinks, but you, I understand what she's trying to do. You want to put length and you want to put versatility on Asia Wilson. Stephanie White is absolutely correct. Asia Wilson would have blew right by Damaris Dantes every time. Every time. Every time. So she had to pick between bad and worse. So she picked bad, which was Bree Turner. There is no way Damaris Dantes could have guarded Asia Wilson. There is no way. Outside of Aaliyah Boston, your next best option is Bree Turner, which goes to show that this is on the front office because she's limited with options. She's limited with options. It's like putting Bree Jones on Kelsey Mitchell. Damaris Dantes can't guard Asia Wilson. So Bree, hey, we're looking at you. This is a matchup adjustment. It's the same thing she did last season, which eliminated the Indiana Fever out of the playoffs. She switched DeWanna Bonner on Caitlyn Clark. We're going to put length and versatility on you. It was a matchup. I see what she was saying. The thing is, this front office brought the wrong players. She doesn't have the right pieces. She's making the right moves. She just doesn't have the right pieces. She doesn't have the right pieces. Where is she? I know she's up here. Here she is. A team with Bree Turner coming off the bench stinks. Stinks. There is no way a team is going to win any game. It doesn't matter what game you're playing with this player coming off the bench. So I'm riding with Stephanie White Leather on this. I'm with her. I'm riding with her on the move that she made. She just doesn't have the pieces. She doesn't have the pieces. Bree Turner stinks. She's wasting a roster space. And when she got in the game, she's 6 men off the bench. She came in the first quarter with Sophie Cunningham. She came in. That sub changed the entire momentum of the game. The entire momentum. She stinks. She has no business being in this league. She stinks ass. She does. Natasha Howard stinks. She stinks. They stink. These vets and championship experienced players stink. America was told that White Jesus was being surrounded with role players that would come and show up, and they don't. So if White Jesus isn't putting on her 100, she can't have a stinker. She has to be perfect. She has to be perfect, or else you have to rely on these two. And DeWanna Bonner, who knows what's going on with her? I'm going to get to her next. But the thing is, they stink. Kelsey Mitchell has a basketball IQ of an ant. She hits clutch shots, but she has the basketball IQ of an ant. You don't know what she's going to do. Leslie Hustle carries out her role. She carries out her role. She's actually the only one that looks like she wants to rebound. You're getting beat up on the boards. No one can rebound, especially this soft one right here with those dreads and tats. She can't even rebound. She's slow and she just runs up and down the court. Natasha Howard just goes through the motion to me. She's stealing $200,000 from the league, and she just goes through the motion. She literally is on the court, and she just goes through the motion. She's just getting her year in, getting her $200,000 so she can buy her wife some more fake breasts. And she's just going to go on. She could care less if they win or lose. She could care less. She could care less. She's robbing the league. Bree Turner should be cut. And my thing is, where I would ask White Leather, where I would ask her, is how is Bree Turner getting so many minutes and KK isn't? There is no way KK is doing that much worse in practice, because that's the only thing. I don't have all the answers. The only thing I can imagine, and from the information that I received from a distant source who talks to somebody on the team, it only tells me so much because of this show. From what I'm being told is that KK isn't performing in practice. She's not performing in practice. That's what I'm being told. But there's no way. So Bree Turner is? Bree Turner is? Maybe she'll perform in practice if you give her some minutes in the game. What other options do you have? Seriously. 9 Divine 16 says CJ and Aunt Kels was one of the better players today. Kels came through in the fourth quarter. Kels is always going to come through with clutch shots. What I'm talking about is overall. Kelsey Mitchell has not been making the best decision with the ball. So when Stephanie White goes to that terrible lineup, Colson, Hall, Cunningham, Howard at the 5, and Kelsey Mitchell, when Caitlyn Clark is not on the floor, should have the basketball IQ to say, this is when I need to take over. This is when I need to get in my bag. This is my time to score when Jesus isn't on the floor. At that point, when you have Hall, Cunningham, Colson, Kelsey Mitchell, and Natasha Howard on the floor, the only two people that should be handling the ball is Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall. That's it. Kelsey Mitchell runs from the ball. She doesn't have that takeover mode mentality. That's what I mean by basketball IQ of an ant. Realizing the situations in the game where she's needed. If she doesn't show up, she'll hit the clutch 3 at the buzzer. That's good. But Kelsey Mitchell has been in this league for 12 years. I think people are overlooking that she's actually the vet on this team. She's not a rookie. She's not in her second or third year. She's like in her 10th year. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. People are forgetting that Kelsey Mitchell is like in her 10th year. And she doesn't have situational awareness of the game most of the time. She does 2 things right and 7 things bad. That's a 20%. Seriously. She hit some clutch shots tonight, but I'm talking about overall. Kelsey Mitchell basketball IQ is just not there. Most of the time, it's not. So what happens is when Caitlyn Clark is off the floor, this team is detrimental. And if she's not having a good game, Caitlyn Clark has to mature. She has to mature on the court. If her shot isn't falling, she gets frustrated. She had a few key turnovers. She's in second year. That's fine. But there isn't any physical. This team gets killed on the boards. And what's happening is the league is starting to realize, hey, just get back. Get back. Once you take away their transition game, go ahead and get back. Get back, especially if Jesus isn't on. Because that transition is what kills the team. The transition is what kills the team. You don't even bother to go for the just get back. The Aces didn't even play good today. Aisha Wilson was in shackles. Aaliyah Boston had Asia Wilson in shackles. That team stinks. That Vegas squad stinks. Kia Stokes stinks. She stinks, and that's why I was disappointed in White Sheezes again as well this game. You had Kia Stokes switched on you. Kia Stokes can't score, can't defend, can't do anything. I don't know why Kia Stokes is still in this league, and you wouldn't attack. You wouldn't attack. Seriously. She had Dana Evans. Dana Evans guarded you. You got to attack. And you can see White Leather telling Jesus, attack. Go, attack. I think anyone that knows basketball was hollering at their screens, go to the basket. Chelsea Gray can't guard a duck. Chelsea Gray, you could have went right past Chelsea Gray. She just tries to use her body fat, not muscle, body fat, to try to man up everybody. You can go right past her. She can't wobble on defense. She just wobbles on defense. You could go right past her. She took Asia Wilson to the baskets multiple times. So I say that to say, I think it's being shown right now. It's a long season. Again, we're not going to panic, but I think it's being shown right now that these pickups in the offseason stink. They stink. They're not showing up. They're not meeting the moment. They're not meeting the moment. Bree Turner was an awful pickup. She was an awful pickup. She stinks. And our generational player is in a slump. So who's going to step up? Who's going to step up? Sydney Colson had decent minutes this game. She had decent minutes. But a good Sydney Colson game is literally the bare minimum and just a molecule of what's needed to win a good Sydney Colson game. Our expectations are so low because we celebrate Sydney Colson. Seriously. And we're just being honest. It does look like something is off with this team. It looks like the fire left from this team after the Connecticut Sun, Orange is the New Black game. When they played those prisoners, it just looks like they haven't been the same. I don't know if it's the commentary from the blog. I give my conspiracy. I think the locker room is split. I sure do. Now, this is CJ. This is just me. I'm not speaking on behalf of anyone else, but this is just me. I think there's something going on in the locker room. I do. I've already pointed out that Natasha Howard is an op on this team. Bree Turner is an op. Not only does she stink, she's also an op. I don't trust Sydney Colson as well. I don't care if she has solid minutes or not. Don't trust Sydney Colson. And I think when you get the Lexi Holds and Caitlyn Clarks and Sophie Cunningham's, I think something is going on in this locker room. Stephanie White got personal issues. I don't know how that is affecting the squad. But ever since that Connecticut Sun game, this squad is putting on in front of the cameras like we're a team. But something is going on in this locker room, and it was since the Connecticut Sun game. And I think the players, Bree, Natasha, Sophie Cunningham, Aaliyah Boston, poor Aaliyah, she's just caught in the middle, but she's definitely brought into America's team. I I think it's just split. They don't even seem to play together. Why Jesus isn't even talking back to the refs? She's playing with really no emotion. And I called this in the beginning of the season, how you bring someone like Sydney Colson and Bree Turner to this squad. How? Because when things like what happened in that Connecticut Sun games happens, now you're looking at your teammates like, whose side are you on? And I think something is going on in this locker room. I do. I don't trust Natasha Howard as long as her dreads are. I don't trust her. I don't trust her because if you are a player that's bought into your team, your family knows not to go on the internet talking reckless. Seriously. You can say whatever you want to say about me. That's just what my gut is telling me. Something is going on this team. All right. Let's take thank you for the super chat, Charlie Whiskey. At least Timpson had a great game. Oh, wait, she didn't get to play again. I 100% agree. I think if Bree Turner gets minutes, why not Timpson get minutes? Again, like I have been told from a trusted source that Timpson is not performing well in practice. What is she doing worse than Bree Turner? Bree Turner, you really thought Bree Turner was going to guard A'ja Wilson? A'ja Wilson saw cake when Bree Turner got in the game. And then at one point in the fourth quarter, when A'ja Wilson checked back into the game, Aaliyah Boston should have been running to the check-in table too. You let Bree Turner guard her again, white leather. What are you saying? That woman stinks. Bree Turner stinks. And I agree. Damiris Dantes, I don't think Damiris Dantes had any business guarding A'ja Wilson. I'm just being honest. She shouldn't have guarded A'ja Wilson. You can't put Natasha Howard on her. She's too slow as well. So this team lacks depth. This team has a good 7-man rotation, maybe. You can have that winning in the regular season. You can win at the end of the season. In games where the season is on the line, hey, we're going to go with this 7. But you can't win with 7 players game after game after game during the regular season. That's just not going to happen. You need a bench. You need depth. And this team just doesn't have that. That bench stinks. Just to go over some stats today. Before we go over stats, there she is. Let me pull White down. Shout out to Aaliyah Boston. Shout out to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston put on a masterclass defensive performance today. Masterclass defensive performance today. She had A'ja Wilson. Sure, A'ja Wilson wanted nothing to do with Aaliyah Boston, at least in the first half, up through the third quarter. But Aaliyah Boston did a phenomenal job this game, not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end as well. She bailed this team out of a lot of possessions, okay, from the hustle plays to containing Here we are. I blacked out for a second. Are we back? To contain A'ja Wilson, to also just stepping up when the team wasn't showing up. Aaliyah Boston was there. Aaliyah Boston saved this team today. Aaliyah Boston, you did good. You go get yourself a steak and a drink. You earned it. You did good, Aaliyah. Talking about Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston led the team today with 26 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. She shot 12 from 19 from the floor. 2 for 2 free throws, 5 fouls, and she had 8 rebounds and 2 offensive rebounds, okay? Kelsey Mitchell ended the game 20 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal and a block. Lexi Hustle, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. White Jesus, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals. Natasha Howard had 7 points, 4 rebounds. Sophie Cunningham, 6 rebounds and a steal. Many people were sending me things about Sophie Cunningham. She didn't fulfill her role. Sophie Cunningham plays her role. She plays her role. She's a role 3-point spot-up shooter. She crashed the board. Sophie Cunningham had 6 rebounds. She's a spark off the bench. She's not expected to score 20 points a game. She's a spot-up 3-point shooter, and she's an energy player. She's a spark off the bench. And she has playmaking ability as well. But Sophie Cunningham played her role. No one said that Sophie Cunningham was like a generational star. No one ever said that. She does the gritty things on the court. And she did that today. Bree Turner, 2 points. Sydney Colson, regular Sydney Colson, 0 points. She had 4 assists and a steal. Sydney Colson wasn't awful today, though. She was solid. All jokes aside, she was solid. On the Aces side, Asia Wilson ended the game 24 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Jackie Young, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Chelsea Gray, she wobbled herself into 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Chelsea Gray had 3 assists. How many did Jesus have? 10 assists. We know who the point guard is, and it's not in Indiana. I'm sorry, it's not in Vegas. It's in Indiana. The point guard is in Indiana. Okay, Chelsea Gray. This point guard thing is, someone tried to argue me on social media. Well, Chelsea Gray had more points. Vegas looks absolutely fine if Chelsea Gray is wobbling on the court or not. Vegas looks the exact same team. If Chelsea Gray is on the floor or not, Vegas looks the exact same. But when White Jesus isn't on the floor, there is no playmaking happening. It looks vastly different. That's what a point guard is. You distribute the ball, 10 assists versus Chelsea Gray's wobbled 3 assists, okay? Okay, the point guard lives in Indiana. Now, they didn't pull off this win tonight, but I'm still standing by. The point guard lives in Indiana. Deal with it. Deal with it. Dana Evans, 3 points. Tiffany Mitchell, 4 points. Kia Stokes, I have no idea how Kia Stokes is still in this league. Zeros across the board. She has 6 rebounds. Let's take a look. CJ, did you see what Scholar said about Chelsea? I saw a clip. I was going to bring it up on today's show, but I can't verify if that's really what she called her. There's a clip circulating online, and Skylar Diggins was running back. Her and Chelsea Gray maybe had some words, and Skylar Diggins called her a fat. If that's what Skylar Diggins said about Chelsea Gray, that is hilarious to me. Oh my goodness, to call her a fat F word. How do you call a woman a fat F-U-C-K? Let's take a look at some key plays from the game. with some key plays from the game. After we come back, I want to come back and talk about DeWanna Bonner. I think DeWanna Bonner is done. I think she's done with this team. Also, there's some controversy surrounding the All-Star votes so far. Christine Brennan has a book coming out. It's causing some words around the WNBA, even for Cheryl Reeve to come out and try to get ahead of what's about to be exposed through Christine Brennan's book. And we also have the slow of the week. Okay? Now, before we get to the plays, before we get to some key plays that I picked from the game, I'd like to send a special W360 Nation. Join me. Please join me in wishing one of W360 Nation's member a happy birthday to Lisa G. Okay, she's in the chat right now. Okay, Lisa G is funny. Okay, and if you've been a part of W360 Nation chat, if you've been a part of the show over the last year, you guys see Lisa G name in the chat. Lisa G is funny. She has supported. Lisa G, happy birthday to you, dear. I appreciate you spending your birthday watching the show. Okay, I hope this is one of many more to come. Happy birthday to Lisa G. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lisa. Happy birthday to you. All right, let's go to the some key plays from the game tonight. Someone said, no, CJ, don't see. Kelsey Mitchell, as I said, she hits the clutch three. She does come through in the clutch. All right. There it is. Good take. Good take, Mitchell. We love Kelsey Mitchell here, but we definitely, we're going to criticize you guys when you know, after a loss. We're all crashing out. It's okay. Aaliyah Boston, man, came through. Here's Bree Turner. Look, she stinks. Look, just lost. She don't look at Bree Turner. Look at Bree Turner on this play. She literally is out there like she don't know where to go or what she's doing. Guys, please look at Bree Turner on this play. She's right here on the wing and look at her. She look, what do I do? What do I do? Wait, okay, I'm gonna run out. Wait, what do I do? What do I do? I'm not gonna crash the board. Okay, well, we run it back. Lexi Hustle did her thing today. Lexi Hustle, as I said, she plays her role. Lexi Hustle fulfills her role. She hits her three at a high percentage. She crashes the board. She hustles. She plays her role. There's no way anyone could actually criticize Lexi Hustle. Seriously. Takes it to the basket. Nice spin move. Up. Let's go. Let's see.
In the season as well. Really the last couple.
Uh-oh. Let's see hustle. Kick out. Kelsey Mitchell hits. Look, I want to watch this play one more time. Okay, I was going to point out something, but you know what? It's not even worth it. All right. Why she's here it is to Aaliyah Boston. You can't stop that duo. Kelsey? I think that was like the first, what is it? The second quarter. Look, go up, Kelsey. But that was a great hit. That was a great hit. But this
The
is
bench.
what I mean. Uh-oh. I want to go back to that play. This is what I mean. Go ahead, just go in rhythm, boom, reverse, and let's get back, baby. Let's get back. But it seems like this team is thinking to reverse the layup and head back on defense, baby. But we get a 3-point out of it. We get a 3-point out of it. Lexi bails you out. So fine. But go up. Everybody needs to be comfortable. Going up. Aaliyah Boston. Leah Boston again bails us out. All right, so those were a few key plays from the game. Overall, man, the team threw this game away, man. Threw this game away. Was up by as many as 10-12, I think, at one point, and then just let Vegas creep back and threw the game. Through the game. So, all right. Hopefully we can fix it and hopefully can move on. For those of you just tuning in, guys, I want to play what White Jesus had to say after the game. I usually play it right in the beginning, but it looks like a lot more people have tuned in. So in case you missed it, here's what White Jesus had to say.
There's going to be stretches that are really good, and there's going to be stretches that aren't as good, and obviously it's frustrating. You want them to go in, and even tonight I felt like there was a few that felt really good off my hand, and it just didn't go down. And even the mid-range jump shot to start the fourth quarter and the three to start the fourth quarter, they both felt good off my hand. So it's just it's just frustrating. And I think for the challenge for myself going forward is just continue to pour into every other aspect of the game, and I can continue to have an impact in all those other areas. I thought I got to the rim well. It was just certainly a tough shooting night, and I got to find a way to continue to shoot and remain confident in myself, because I know I put the time in. But for me, I don't feel like it's anything that's off necessarily. But yeah, it'd be nice to play it down.
Didn't play today. Was that just trying to get Bree Turner assimilated before DD leaves for America?
No, it was more of a matchup thing. It was more of a matchup. I like Bree Turner's length and defensive ability on Asia, or when we had to get into some switches. And it's always kind of a tough decision sometimes with the offense that DD can give us with this matchup. And sometimes it is as simple as just it's matchup driven.
Well, thank you.
I think the biggest thing is what we have to do as a staff to get her better looks, like higher quality looks. Every game plan is going to be to make her score inside the 3-point line, right? And the different ways that they're going to do that. Physicality, coverage, showing bodies, all the different things. And, we have to do a better job of getting her higher quality looks. I'm not worried about Caitlyn's shot. Caitlyn's shot is going to be just fine. The thing I'm worried about is our 18 turnovers for 28 points.
So yes, just to put a button on the Indiana Fever game, guys. They lost 89-81 against the Aces. Was up by at least 10-12 points. I do stand behind White Leather, Stephanie White Leather. I think she's making the right moves, just with the wrong pieces, but that's what she has. So hopefully this front office can, give you better pieces to make moves with. Also, White Jesus is 2 stinkers in a row. She's in a slump. Hopefully she comes out of it. And hopefully this team is able to, look at what's happening and actually step up. You got to step up. You have to step up. If your generational star is in a slump, that means other players have to step up. And when I say step up, that means there needs to be another point guard that can deliver that same energy that White Jesus delivers when she's on. Like Ari McDonald did. When you come, and this is nothing against Sydney Stinky Colson. I think she stinks, but with all jokes aside, Sydney Colson's best performance or solid minutes still just isn't very good. It doesn't uplift this team. And that's what I want people to understand when I criticize Sydney Colson. Her good games still doesn't move the team. Her good game, it's like when people say Angel Reese is doing so good, and it's like, oh, she hit a layup. Okay, that's what she's supposed to do. Okay, fine. Right? So you need like a fiery energy player, not someone, you need someone that can be a threat on offense in that position, like Ari McDonald was. Sydney Colson to me just, Bree Turner stinks. And Natasha Howard doesn't give enough. She's soft. She doesn't rebound. She's getting thrown all over the place, and she runs really. She's slow. Kelsey Mitchell is streaky. She's just streaky. That's just what it comes down to. Next that I want to get into. DeWanna Bonner is still out. Based on the latest news possible, from what Stephanie White has said, White Leather has said that there's no timeline as far as when she will return. She's still out for personal reasons. Okay, fine. But what's being said is that DeWanna Bonner has deleted all of her Indiana social media posts. All of her Indiana Fever social media posts, DeWanna Bonner has deleted. Someone also DM'd me and said that Natasha Howard has unfollowed her on social media. Who knows what that's about? You could just take that anyway in this league. Apparently, Natasha Howard has unfollowed DeWanna Bonner on social media, and she has taken down all of Indiana Fever's social media posts. When I've had a couple of people DM me about Natasha Howard unfollowing her, the first thing came to my head was, were they humping? Maybe they were humping. Who knows? Who knows? Because that's how things go in this league. Everything goes. But my thing is, if DeWanna Bonner is leaving, go ahead and tell America. And DeWanna, I've said this on the show before. I didn't give up on DeWanna. I like DeWanna. But if we're being honest, DeWanna was underperforming. She was underperforming. Okay? So this whole personal issues, and now the latest update is there's no timeline on when she's performing. Hey, go ahead and move on. Go ahead and move on. I don't know. What happened on this team? Was she just too friendly with Natasha? What happened? What happened? Nobody else unfollowed her on social media. Why is Natasha the only one that unfollowed her? Listen, get these older players out there. Take their bags and go. Take your bags and go. Okay. Nonetheless, DeWanna, whatever's going on with you, if it's something, a family matter or anything, we are humans here. We are humans. I hope everything is okay. But let's go ahead and move forward. That's a lot. What's that? $200 and something thousand? Go ahead and let her go. And we wish you the best, DeWanna. Thank you for your services. Thank you for your services. DeWanna Bonner didn't show up for this team. We're just being honest. DeWanna Bonner really didn't show up. I kept faith in her because I felt she'll come on. But who knows? I don't know if that wife of yours, Alyssa Thomas, is in your ear. We don't know why Natasha Howard unfollows you on social media. Who knows what's going on with you women? Okay? We don't know what's going on with you women in your community. But I'm telling you this right now. Get it out of my town. Get it out of my town. We're trying to win games. No one's playing love after lockup. No one's interested in that. No one's playing matchmaker. Get all of this out of my town. We don't care. We want to see good basketball. Now, if you can't play because you're humping and your wife found out or whatever is going on, we don't care. Can we just get some real hoopers in here? And when I say real hoopers, get all of these old players out of this league that just hump, and just play on the side between the humping and humping. Maybe that's what's going on in the locker room. It ain't that much personal reasons in the world. Now, damn. Now, we brought you here to Indiana to hoop. We brought you and that girl with those tats and those dreads. We brought Brianna. We brought you guys here to hoop and lead. We brought you guys here to lead White Jesus to a championship because you're supposed to be vets and all of this. And you guys coming here humping and hooping and all these personal problems. And you got all this going on. Get out of my town. Get out of my town. I'm tired of it. I'm going to be honest. Hell. Tired of this shit. Everybody, we're tired. Now, do you want to play or not? Now, if you don't want to play, get out of my town. Go on out there to Phoenix with the cactuses and the deserts, and you go out there and hump out there. All right? We need someone who wants to be a part of this team. We got agendas to push and points to prove, and we can't do it with all of y'all's humping. Seriously, well, how many personal reasons? I mean, what is going on? I ain't seen so many personal. It's just so much going on. I can. Damn. Now? Now this is a business, baby. This is a business. This is a business. Okay? Tawana? This is a business. Now we like you. We love you. We love you, but you just can't come in Indiana humping. And humping and humping and humping. And then just leave the team. Because you're humping and got you in trouble. Okay? Damn, what's going on? We need you to play. I don't care about that. We need you to play. We need White Jesus going to the championship. Now, you put all that aside, all that humping. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure that's exactly what it is. There ain't nothing going on. It's just some humping, some cheating humping. The W360 Show is for entertainment purposes only, okay? All opinions and statements made by me, CJSoFoolish, is for entertainment purposes only and does not reflect the opinions and views of anyone in the WNBA. Now, and also, you guys need to make your ship tighter. Make your ship tighter, because you know things get out. The WNBA show, the W360 show is for entertainment purposes only. Now, all right, get it out of my town. This mess, all of this mess. It's so crazy, man, because like you just don't know who people know, right? You never know who people know. You never know. See you at All Star. All right. This is funny to me. W360 Nation. Thank you for the super chat. Bonner is leaving to start her own tool company. Oh God. Oh. Charlie Whiskey says, Charlie Whiskey says Bonner is leaving to start her own tour company. She's calling it strap on. I We are cutting up on this Sunday.
Hey, you Lloyd fans, I need you to go and vote for her. Let's go vote. For All Star 2025. Come on, get your mobile phones and go vote for Lloyd. Hey. Now, what you need, make sure you got your phone on the phone. We're voting through June 28th. Go to WNBA.com/vote and hit your vote. Yes. Just a few minutes of your time. That's all we have. Vote. And go vote. Hey. Come on, get your mobile phones and go and hit your Lloyd.
Ooh. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Ooh. That comment was so funny, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, speaking of all-star votes. Speaking of all-star votes. Speaking of all-star votes. WNBA All-Star. They have released their first round of returns. For the All-Star vote leaders. Guys, as you can see here. Uh-oh. Oops, sorry. Did I hit the camera? Okay, we're good. As you can see here, leading the All-Star votes is White Jesus, Caitlyn Clark. Nafisa Collier is number 2. Let's see here. Leah Boston is leading the All-Star votes, number 3. Asia Wilson is at Asia Civil Rights Wilson. Let's be clear. Asia Civil Rights. All my life I had to fight. Is leading here, or not leading, but in position number 4. Brianna Stewart is at 5. Paige Becker's at 6. Kelsey Mitchell at 7. Sabrina Ionescu at 8. Lexi Hull at 9. And Kiki Ariafan at 10. All right. So, guys, this All-Star return here, the votes, the results, they've caused some bit of controversy. It's a bit of controversy surrounding the All-Star votes so far, okay? The slows are crashing out, okay? Because what do Indiana Fever have? 1, 2, 3, 4. in the top 10 in All-Star votes. Okay, thank you, Bad Phil. Thank you, Bad Phil, for the super chat, guys. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Charlie, for the super chat. Mimi Porter, need Ari back now. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, and if you super chatted before that, if I missed it, I apologize. I really appreciate it. So the Slows are crashing out behind the WNBA All-Star votes, right? Because to vote for WNBA All-Star, you just simply go to WNBA.com or you go on the app, you enter your email, and you vote. So what has happened over social media, I think I talked about this on the show, but a couple of episodes ago, what has happened is some of the trolls on social media, not many, but of course the Slows are going to blow it up. Some of the trolls have used WNBA media members' email addresses that's posted in their bio to vote for WNBA All-Star. Again, guys, if you take the 10 votes that this happened with, the 2 or 3 people that this happened with, that's fine. This is sports banter. This is people. This is what happens in sports, right? So the Slows are crashing out, and they're claiming that Indiana Fever is rigging. They're rigging the WNBA All-Star votes. Okay? Because they stole so many votes. They stole all these votes. They stole the votes. Right? Oh, I thought Sade said. So they're crashing out right now due to this list. Let's take a look at some of the Slows. One Slow, Brittany Sykes, a WNBA player for the Washington Mystics. She's a Slow. She's a Slow, definitely for this post. Definitely for this post. Brittany Sykes says, I'm 4th in WNBA scoring and averaging over 20 points per game, but 28th. But let me go warm up. This is what Brittany Sykes tweeted. So let me explain to you. Let me explain to you, Brittany Sykes, because your team watched this show too. I know. Brittany, the way WNBA fan votes work is that the fans vote for the WNBA All-Stars. Okay? It doesn't matter that you're 4th in scoring. It doesn't matter. Your fans vote for you. It's All-Star Weekend. It's All-Star Weekend. So that means All-Star Weekend is a fun event. I'll be there. It's a fun event. You're supposed to see the most popular and exciting players play against each other, and it just be a fun game. Brittany Sykes, your game isn't interesting enough for your few fans that watch you play to vote for you. Half of your points literally are scored at the free throw line. Literally. You're good. I'll give Brittany Sykes that. You're good. But no one wants to see you at All-Star. It's not a free throw contest. No one wants to see you play at All-Star. Well, how is this rigged? Get more fans. And you know how you get more fans? You play an exciting brand of basketball. But you and the rest of these old players in this league, you guys don't play an exciting brand of basketball. You're old, you're wore out, and no one wants to watch you. Who wants to see a Brittany Sykes All-Star game? Nobody. Nobody, Brittany. Nobody. That's why you don't have fans. You don't have fans, Brittany. You don't have fans. How many people you know got a Brittany Sykes basketball jersey? None. on. And that's what a lot of you older players are in denial about. You're not going to get all-star votes because reality is you don't have fans. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Okay? You stink. You're not excited and you stink. No one cares. No one cares. Okay? Here's another slow tweeting about the WNBA because there are multiple Indiana Fever players in the top 10 WNBA All-Star votes. You want to know why? Because Indiana Fever has fans. They have fans. Your favorite players don't. They just have fake media members who are frumpy, biased, don't look good on camera, don't sound good on camera, posing as reporters to try to tell people, hey, you need to look at this player too. We watch. She stinks. No, nothing is exciting. Nothing. Here's another slow tweet. Oh, that's Brittany. Media member. This child tweeted, Alicia Gray has been the best guard to start the year on both ends of the floor and is in 11th place in voting. Man, bye. LMAO, 14th place, which is even worse. I agree. Alicia Gray is a phenomenal player. I like Alicia Gray. I think Alicia Gray is phenomenal. Tell her fans to tell Atlanta, and I'm from Atlanta, ATL, show up and vote. Vote. Well, this isn't rigged, but this shows you that a lot of people that want change and this is so rigged and this is going on, y'all don't even go and vote. Shut your pie hole. You shut your pie hole right now. The people that want change and to make things great again, they vote. You put your money where your mouth is and we vote. We vote. Y'all don't vote. Clearly. This isn't a conspiracy. This isn't something being done wrong against the league or anything like that. They don't have fans. Real fans that it's like I'm going to vote every day for them. You don't have real sports fans. The women that show up to your games with the buzz cuts and the septum rings, it's only a few of them. You guys are seeing that the slows are being outnumbered. Real sports fans are voting for their players. Real sports fans are voting for their players. You buzz cut women, you don't matter. You don't matter. Go back home. Here's another one. J Clutch 2. I used to blank y'all's names out, but I don't care. These slows have to start being exposed. J Clutch says, and what the F has Sophie done to be ahead of Skylar Diggins in votes? You guys see right here, it says 37,000 views. I said gained fans. This is another slow that don't realize how all-star. What do y'all think? What do you guys think? How do you guys think this works? All-star game is a popularity contest. People vote for the players that they like. Tell your favorite players that you think is so good. Tell them to get fans. They don't have fans. They don't have fans. Oh. They don't have very many fans. I thought this was the best 144 players in the world. world, and there are so many other people to see. And well, that's what Shanae O'Gumake said. This is the best 100 player, 44 players in the world. Y'all said they had fans, and this is a league. This is our league. So why aren't your league voting for y'all's favorite players? Remember when Shanae O'Gumake said that this was the best 144 players in the league? So then why, if they were so good, and this was a product that everybody was missing, and the league, but people missed out on this product, then cool, we're watching the product. Then where are Neko Gumake fans? Shanae Gumake? Since they had so many fans. Another. Here's a slow. Lexi Hall over Skylar and Gabby. Ungrow. Now they're calling to ungrow the league because they have really screamed to grow the league. Now they're calling to ungrow the league. They want the league to ungrow. Now it's not going to happen, slows. We're here now. You guys can go find another sport. I said it before. I'll say it again. Go to swimming. You all are done. Our votes count. We vote. You saw what happened? We vote. Okay, we exercise we vote. It don't matter what we're voting for. We vote, baby. We vote, and we're here. Okay. This one was the funniest. No, not. Oh, well, actually, let's talk about this one. Here's a WNBA media member. Sophie Cunningham placing higher than Skylar Diggins, Jackie Young, and Ryan Howard. Clearly, we aren't watching the same games. Hey, Christian, you look like you're not going to be here long regardless. I'm going to tell you this. Fan votes. This All-Star game is for fan votes. Fan votes. Tell your favorite players to step their fan game up. Now, this last one, I'll tell you this. Angel Reese was funny to me for this. Guys, I had to tweet to this. If you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter at the W360_ at the W360_. Okay. Angel Reese says double voting today. She tweets the link. She's asking her fans to vote for her. Vote for her for All-Star. I tweeted, I said, look who wants her fans to vote her back to the monkey noises. Right? You see it there. Now, Reese. Why do you want to go back to the monkey noises? I tell you, I said on this platform, Reese is beautiful. I think she's an entertainer. Don't think she's very great in basketball, but respect her hustle. What if Indiana is so bad and you experience so much racism at Indiana? Why do you want to go back and play for All-Star and hear all the monkey noises? Why are you asking your fans to vote you back? Let me tell you something. If I went to a state and I experienced a restaurant and I experienced racism and somebody said, you get that black skin, and CJ, you get that black skin and you get out of my restaurant. I don't want you here, CJ. I don't like you or your kind. And if you come back, I'm going to hang you from a tree. You know what I would do? I say, I ain't never going back there again. I tell you that. Somebody could call me for a comedy show tomorrow and say, hey, CJ, we want to have you at this restaurant. And I say, I'm not going. No, they don't want me there. That's what I experienced. They don't want me there. I would never say, I'm going to go right back there and do a show. No. Did you really experience racism, or was you just trying to go along with the smear campaign against Caitlyn Clark? And what this post shows me is that you were going along with the smear campaign against Caitlyn Clark. Okay. I don't go in bad neighborhoods. I live in Texas. I know which neighborhoods not to go into. I also lived in Atlanta, and I know which neighborhoods not to go into in the black community. We know where not to go. We know where not to go. Ow. Why you want to go back so bad? If it was so bad, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. You lied to your community because you stink. That's it. That's it. You lied. You're a liar. People know where not to go. Seriously. So with this WNBA All-Star debacle going on, I encourage W360 Nation to vote. Keep voting, and vote for, your favorite players. Vote for your favorite players. You can vote on WNBA.com, and you can vote on the WNBA app as well. Okay, continue to vote. We got points to prove and agendas to push. Okay, and we're going to keep doing that. Deal with it. All right, where we at? Oh, we had 1 hour and 22. Okay, we're going to wrap up. I do want to cover this. I want to cover Christine Brennan, and then we have the slow of the week as well. Christine Brennan has released a book. If you don't know Christine Brennan is she's a WNBA reporter. She's been around for a long time. She's very pro Caitlyn Clark, and she's very against this WNBA old media, black players should be praised and worshipped and things like that. Okay. She's putting out a book. Caitlyn Clark biography, if I'm not mistaken. And she's putting out a lot of behind the scenes details in her book. Some details will include Cheryl Reeve. Now, the book is on sale for pre-sale. The book is on sale. And some, of course, inside reporters have read the book. Cheryl Reeve apparently has gotten word as to what this book entails. And here is what Cheryl Reeve had to say about this book.
And if she were paying attention, what she wrote is fiction. And if she were paying attention, one of the things that I have done for years is held the league accountable for their missteps, mishaps, their lack of representation of all teams. And so that particular situation had nothing to do with Caitlyn Clark, and had everything to do with a WNBA social media post that promoted one preseason game and not all preseason games. And so I simply said that, and by the way, the Minnesota Lynx are playing the Chicago Sky, which, also had some popular player in Angel Reese that people were interested in. And it simply wasn't posted on their account. I also posted things when Nafisa Collier was not including in promotion of the greatness of our league. And I, made posts. And so if Christine Brennan were being thorough and a legitimate reporter in this situation, she would have gotten full context, but it didn't fit the narrative. Christine Brennan likes to have a villain in her storytelling. I am Christine Brennan's villain. That's what that's the sword she's going to die on. And it's a fiction, the stuff that she has written about me and my interest in Caitlyn Clark being on or off the team.
So apparently Christine Brennan is releasing a book. It's called On Her Game, Caitlyn Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports. Okay. It's expected on July 8th, 2025. And she's a WNBA insider that's basically telling it all. All right. It's on sale for pre-sale right now. I am going to definitely get a couple of copies. I can't wait to read this book. I'm going to read it in a couple of days. Okay. I will definitely read this book and cover it. And what's happening is Cheryl Reeve is trying to get ahead of Christine Brennan, who's pointing out the bias and the atrocities that's happening on the inside in the league. Okay, so please expect everyone to see probably a lot of players come, or coaches and GMs and things like that. Who knows what's in the book, to come out and try to defend themselves. But my thing is, Cheryl, if it's not true, then sue her. Then sue her. Cheryl, you 100%, when Caitlyn Clark first entered the league, you did say that there are more teams more than Caitlyn Clark. All of y'all didn't realize what was about to happen. You guys didn't realize what was about to happen, and Christine Brennan wrote about it. She wrote about it in real time. Cheryl, your tweets are out there. They're deleted now, but your tweets are out there. When WNBA tweeted and said that Indianapolis was opening their first game, and you said, well, Minnesota they have a game too. Yeah, you were on that. You were on board. You're on the USA committee, USA Olympics committee. Caitlyn Clark should have been on the USA team. I say that to this day. Absolutely. You took Chelsea Gray, who was overweight with 1 foot, to Paris when Caitlyn Clark should have went, and she was the biggest thing and biggest moments in women's sports history at the moment. And all of you buzz cut septum ringers didn't want her there. You guys didn't want her there, and I hope that's what Christine is pointing out. All of you. All of you. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and go into the slow of the week. Where are we at? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, he, she, they, them, we, or whatever you choose to identify as, we are at the part of the show where we point out the slow of the week, and that is the slow. Now, there's a lot, but that is someone, usually septum ringers, and purple hair, pink hairs, whatever you want to call them, that do not live in reality, and they're pretty delusional, and they have irrational expectations of other people in America. And these are the people that you have to push back into their closets. Push them back. Push them back. They've been allowed to have a voice. But they're not going to have a voice any longer, because we're going to tell you you're slow and no one's listening to you. Okay? That's exactly what's going to happen. So this week's slow of the week. All right. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter at the W360 _ at the W360 _. Angel McCautry You are the slow of the week. Okay? And I want people to see you. I'm going to take the slow of the week down. I want people to see Angel McCoughtry. She's the slow of the week. Slow of the week. Okay? Angel McCoughtry has gone viral this past week because she went on a podcast. It made a statement as far as Hailey Van Lith. She basically said in so many words, Hailey Van Lith wouldn't be in the league if she didn't have so many followers on social media. That's basically what she said. I'm going to play a clip. And Angel McCoughtry is the definition of a bitter, hooping and humping WNBA player. Okay? That's all Angel McCoughtry is. That's all Angel McCoughtry is. You spent your time in the WNBA humping with a little bit of hooping on the side. So now that the league is turning into an actual league, and the women are hooping, now you want to criticize the league and say it's just because they have so many followers. It's because they have so many followers. No, that's not it, Angel. That's not it at all. It's just that they're better than you were then, and they're better than you would be now because you were just begging on social media that you just want a job. You even said at one point, I don't even have to get paid. I just want to play. Let's take a listen at what Angel McCoughtry had to say, and let's come back.
10,000 followers, would she be in the league? It's just from her talent right now. Would she be in the league? If Hailey Van Lith had 10,000 followers, would she be in the league? It's just from her talent right now. Would she be in the league if she only had 10,000 followers? If there was another girl out here who was just as talented as Hailey Van Lith.
Deja Kelly is good enough to be in the league. I think Deja Kelly is better than Hailey Van Lith.
What players have to do, since we're in a different time, you have to go to marketing classes. How do I get my engagement up, my following up, so that even though I know I'm just as good as this player, but she got more following, or I'm even better, I got to get my following up so this political thing they do, it ain't going to affect me. It's clout. It's kind of like, I'm going to give y'all an example. One of my favorite singers, I went to his concert. This is before Vegas won the championship. I'm not even gonna put his name out there. No, I had knew him from playing in Atlanta.
It was Usher, wasn't it? It was Usher.
Okay,
it was Usher,
I ain't saying no names. I'm like, yo, come to a game. He's like, oh man, I gotta go to LA and record. Soon as I'm not on the team now, because like I heard they didn't bring me back. You online? Oh, Asia Wilson, I gotta come to a game. You at the game next week? I know I invited you to a game. So it's clout. So guess what, girls? Since they want clout, give them the clout. Play the game. Boost yourself. Boost that following. Give them some clout. Get into it. What did you say, that fake article shit?
Get Centelled.
Centel your motherfucking self. It's not based off your talent no more. Let's keep it real. You can be as good as you want to be. You don't have to follow, you're not in.
Angel McCoughtry, I definitely disagree with everything you have to say. I disagree with everything you have to say. A little bit of it makes sense because there are still players like you that play like you that's still in the league, like Natasha Howard and DeWanna Bonner. But the thing is, I need you to understand that this is a new league and this is a new day and age. This is a new day and age, okay? This is next level hating. You're hating on Hailey Van Lith, who was the Big 12 player of the year, led her team to the Elite 8, and she made it to the league. Natasha, your rookie season in the WNBA, you averaged 12 points a game. Mind you, at that time when you played, everyone played like how Natasha Howard plays now. Okay? Like, your time is up. At the time that you played, you sound like Cheryl Swoops. At the time that you played, the league wasn't very good. The competition wasn't very out there. It wasn't. You can spot the big shorts and the older players now. You can spot them. They need to retire like Natasha Howard. Stop hating. Stop hating. You what you got? You beat up your girlfriend when you in the league. When at that time in the league, and you say Usher didn't come to see you play because he probably took one look at you. I wouldn't come to see you play either, man. I wouldn't come to watch you play either. Who wants to come see that mess? Nobody wanted to come see that mess. There was nothing popping in the league. Usher didn't come to watch you play because he took one look at you and said, I ain't coming to watch that shit. You just need to realize that your product at the time when you played was shitty. It was shitty. It was a bunch of women that looked just like you. Seriously, it was a bunch of women that looked just like you right here playing basketball. Nobody was going to go watch that. Nobody was taking time out of their busy schedule to watch that. I'm just being honest. Nobody was. All of y'all looked like this and played like Natasha Howard. When the WNBA first got recognition, it was through Skylar Diggins. When Lil Wayne, he was the first rapper that pointed you guys out or who acknowledged you guys, cool. And then it started to build a little bit, but then there were so many players that looked like you. Nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching you. Just like nobody watches your music videos. No one is watching this. When it was the overwhelming majority. That's just what it is. Usher was not hating on you. Usher went to go see a quality, nice looking product. That's what Usher went to see. And other celebrities and more fans and all of America when White Jesus came along. Yeah, we're not going to go watch 10 players on the court run up and down the court that look like you. Deal with it. That's just the raw truth. That's the raw truth. It has nothing to do with followers. It has nothing to do with social media, any of that. You weren't a quality product when you played. You weren't a good product. You weren't easy on the eyes, and and the skill was just very blah. All of you all played like how Natasha Howard plays now. All of you. You want to know how I know? Because I was there. I watched. And it's crazy because I'm one of those people that has followed the lead. And now that a Maybach pulls up next to a Chrysler, I'm like, dang, this is really what the Natasha, cut it out. Not Natasha. Cut it out. Cut it out, Angel. Cut it out. Cut it out. Your time is up in the league. When you were there, the league was just not as polished. And that's just what it is. You weren't polished. The league wasn't polished. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's all. No one wants to tell you, but I'll tell you. Okay, you averaged 12 points your rookie season and got Rookie of the Year. Nobody cared. Seriously. 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 I need I need you guys to just stop. Just stop so you don't get your feelings hurt when you have someone like me tell you straight up, no one was interested in this besides basketball fans. No one was interested in you. Okay, look at you. Look at you. Nobody was interested. Usher, you think Usher was coming to see you play looking like this? No. Nobody wants to see that. Someone DM me and said I was the Simon of Simon Cowell of the WNBA. And I don't know if I could take that as a I don't know if that's an I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I'm really just being honest because I do love this league, but I really want people to know that there is not an artist in America that's going to come out and watch an Angel McCoughtry in this state play basketball. Okay? They're not going to use their artistry and their pull. You're not going to leverage their fan base. His fan base would never come and watch you play, Angel, ever. That's the hardcore truth. All right. Okay. Seriously. Seriously. All right. That's going to wrap up tonight's episode or today's episode of the W360, guys. If you are not voting WNBA All-Star, make sure you vote WNBA All-Star. Okay. Also, if you're not subscribed to the W360, go ahead and subscribe, share, like, comment, do all things YouTube like for you to do to this video. So go ahead and boost it up into the algorithm. Tell anybody that you know to subscribe to the W360. We're going to wrap up tonight. Okay. We're going to wrap up tonight. Happy Sunday, everyone. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday. Me, myself, personally, I'm going to just, I guess, meal prep the rest of this evening. And I'm going to write out weekly goals. And I think I'm going to go catch some good open mic comedy or something tonight. Something like that. I don't know what I'll get into the rest of the evening. I hope everyone this evening gets into something productive. Also, if you are in a situation where you feel stuck in life or you feel like, man, what's going on? I don't know which way to go in life. Start writing. I would suggest to anyone that feels stuck in life or feel like that life is unfulfilling, start writing. Start writing out your thoughts. And that way, when you start writing out your thoughts and you read them back, then you can start finding solutions for yourself. That's something I would recommend to anyone. I have a good friend of mine that's going through that right now, and I suggested that to her, and it's been working for her. Just start writing. Start writing down what you're thinking and feeling and what you want to do, and then you can from there determine where you want to go or what you want to do, and then start making a plan to make that happen. Okay, guys? I wish productivity on everyone. I wish everyone a great week. And I love you, W360 Nation. I love you, W360 Nation. What's up, Bonnie? I love you guys so much. I will see you again. Make sure you hit the bell on this video as well so you can get the notification when I go live. Other than that, have a great rest of the Sunday. Peace to a new week. I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace and so